This is Johannes Ayers for Metaversal Lightcraft, and this is the Metaversal Hyper-Abyssic Astrology forecast for Lunar Cycle 13, Sun in Pisces and Aries. The Pisces lunar cycle is the time to let go. Pisces represents on the level of the first octave the period between 28 weeks after conception until birth, when after the electric nervous system of the fetus switches on, in Aquarius, we become psychically tuned to the entity later to be known as Mother. On the level of the fourth octave, Pisces represents the enlightened self, which must give itself totally, the whole, dissolving into the void in order to achieve the final unity with the realm of pure spirit. On the world scale, Pisces occupies the period between 1910 and 1969, heralded by the founding of psychoanalysis, when mankind began exploring again the unconscious strata of life, and by Albert Einstein's, a Pisces, theory of relativity. This was the time of Jung, Joyce, Hesse, Huxley, Leary, and Burroughs. We transcend the limits of the illusion, Maya, the physical world of Asya, extending inward with the electron microscope and outward with the high-powered telescope. The entire range of audible music notes and the whole spectrum of visible color apprehended and understood. The dissolving power of mutable water, second coming of the fish with double wand of power, atom bomb and LSD. With this lunar cycle starting off with the moon in Pisces, we have a heightened sensitivity to music in the dream time, and we feel the depths of pure compassion for the metaverse and its inhabitants. Let the subtlety of thought and expression and the depths of imagination and the ability to think non-verbally inspire you to create beautiful art and music this cycle. Only then will the dragonflies venture to mate on your scalp, and only then will the provisional gods you've held behind plexiglass step forth with new recipes for meringue soufflé and heaven knows what other wonders. Tear down the pyramids and let the whales dine on the mummies of kings. Everything must go. The new moon in tender Pisces sows seeds of faith that can grow into beautiful creations of love and beauty. Compassion for others and forgiveness for ourselves solves the wounds of alienation. Because of the new 26,000-year cycle that commences April 10th, 2013, we're able to access our very deepest wounds, a process which the soul does not want to miss out on, but which can wear thin on the personality as it tries to get through each day. The usual tendency is to take a cylindrical, organic object, say a weasel or a zucchini, and plunge it into the soft, yielding folds. To be doing so is not unlike the doing of anything else, entirely distinct from everything on earth. And here, if you watch closely, you will see the voice peer out in silence from between the lips of the sleeper. On the day of the new moon, aggressive Mars blasts into its fiery home sign to spark a revolution. The rising heat of anticipation is the first sign of the coming spring and radical shifts that can rock our worlds. Getting out in front of the curve by instigating change is empowering, even if a little risky. Mars conjunction with shocking Uranus on March 22nd and square to potent Pluto on the 26th could be brilliant but explosive. The Sun enters Aries on Wednesday, March 20th. The solar ingress into Aries marks the beginning of the astrological year, and this is the vernal equinox in the northern hemisphere, and the autumnal equinox below the equator when day and night are equal in length around the globe. Aries is a sign of individuality, and we connect to an inner fire that doesn't require external support or approval. Still, it's better to boldly go where you have never gone before, as the breakthroughs made on a personal level can clear paths for accelerated growth and change. Also during the 13th lunar cycle, Venus moves from Pisces to Aries on March 21st, and romance and relationships should heat up. We want love, approval, and pleasure immediately in this impatient sign, which can provoke some risky behavior, yet a fresh appearance and spunkier attitude can lead to exciting personal and professional discoveries. Connections are complicated with Venus's conjunction to crazy Uranus on March 28th, and in an intense square with manipulative Pluto on the 31st. On March 17th, Mercury goes direct in Pisces. This shift into forward gear puts the flow of information moving again. Conversations that were put on hold get back on track in the days and the weeks ahead. In spite of the communication planet's continuing presence in diffusive Pisces, ideas that drifted off into the ethers will start to coalesce and come back down to Earth. The full moon in Libra takes place March 27th. Normally, the accommodating Libra moon cools down the fire of the opposing Aries sun, or at least balances the ram's independent ways with an equal desire for peace and harmony. However, this lunation is overheated with solar conjunctions to Mars, Uranus, and Pluto, squeezing squares to both the sun and the moon. This is a volatile time that can shock us with surprises or enlighten us with sudden insights. Fortunately, generous Jupiter and Gemini may reduce the tension between forging ahead alone and hanging back to please others. All in all, the 13th lunar cycle is a night bus in a dream, and now that I'm awake, I see that it crumbles on a road outside a shop called Leather Heather. She leads the seance through a field of swaying purple flowers. This is the dominion of tricks, the realm of pranksters. This is where you let me... No, you won't even let me do that here, will you? Heavily eroticated small animal alert. The one-eyed dragon breathes cosmic fire in a soggy velvet cavern. Gate to the underworld, pay on the way out.
One 71834, you're a wussy.
Once Steve McQueen stabbed my toenails.
Hobo, pass me the oboe. No, you don't give a raisin because you have goats and a Camaro. Need a new camera angle. I asked this guy's dog for a bone. He says why, so I punched him. Now my voice is capable of 2006 octaves. I only sing to gnomes and Moses. Happy in your fridge. I got a date with a panda. Got a shower.